My name is Jen DiBona, and this is my son Miles. Miles is 13 years old and a survivor of sudden cardiac arrest. Miles has autism, and the reason that that's important is on the night of his arrest, I thought he was having a seizure. I was sleeping next to him
What?
for whatever reason that night. And when he woke up at 2:40 a.m., he shot out of bed and then collapsed. I immediately called 911 and I explained to the dispatcher that I believed he was having a seizure since autism and epilepsy tend to go hand in hand. When I looked back at Miles, I noticed that he was not responsive at all. Nothing what I had imagined in my mind for a seizure, and he was turning blue. When I told the dispatch that, we immediately decided to go through CPR. As a parent, I'm ashamed to admit that I had not kept up with CPR training. We took it when I was pregnant with Miles, and that was, 2 fingers on the chest. And now, as you can tell, he's a very large human, and the same results probably would not have existed. So my husband at this point had heard me and came downstairs, and we were able to put the phone on speakerphone and walk him through CPR. So my husband actually is the one who was able to do the compressions for 10 minutes until the emergency first responders showed up, and then they took over for another 10 minutes. He was shocked twice, and then he came back to us. And so we are very fortunate to talk about what had happened. And even at this point of the night, I still did not understand that Miles had suffered cardiac arrest. It wasn't until he was in the ambulance and we were getting ready to go to Children's Hospital that they had explained to me that he had a cardiac arrest. We have no history. Miles is a very, very, very healthy child, very active, a great eater. There's nothing, there were no symptoms that he had expressed to us, which is something also with autism. Communication is one of our biggest hurdles. And so he wasn't able to communicate to me that if he wasn't feeling well or lightheaded. And the fact that it happened while he was asleep, I think may have also been an unknown factor. I don't know if we could have known, had communication maybe been a little bit more able to happen. But he's here, and they saved his life. And I cannot express enough to everybody how important it is to learn CPR. You don't have to be a certified trainer in this, but just even a YouTube video, something so simple as just taking a handful of moments to just watch what happens and know. I didn't know this until my son had suffered cardiac arrest, that there's no more mouth to mouth. We're not doing that anymore. And when I learned about the compressions, and even in Seattle doing the deep compressions and just the different ways that we're able to keep people alive and raise those statistics from 10% to 16% in Seattle. And hopefully that will spread. Hopefully everybody will have a chance to have a 16% or higher success rate. So we are very grateful for the fact that we were in Seattle when this happened. We can't move. I'm a Californian and I very much would like to get to sunshine, but we're not moving. We're staying where we are. And we're very appreciative, and we hope everybody takes a moment, not just for Miles, but for your own loved ones. And you never know. I never would have thought my 13-year-old would be a survivor of sudden cardiac arrest. And as one mother who was so desperate in a moment just to bring him back, please learn CPR. You never, ever, ever know when you might need it. But he's here. He's here. He's got a defibrillator. He's our bionic baby now. But we're very appreciative to everyone in Seattle, all of our first responders, Medic One, everybody who helped. You want to say anything?
No.
Okay, thank you.